So you guys have seen in this previous live, just 2 minutes before, I have just continued that, and our first trade is going in our direction. So once it hits this particular area, that particular target will be completed. This is what a good analysis is, its benefits. Okay. Now this particular box I will be rewriting it, and the conditions of rewriting are very simple. I will just make it visible so that people get a reminder that they are actually going in trading by their own. There is no one else to back them up and also to correct them up. So this is what we have written earlier. Let's see if it's like this. And say, okay. Then here also. Also 1%. Then here is retail is like this. Okay. Now we will reduce the gap. That should be back. Okay. And I will be modifying this thing also. First and this. Yeah. Okay. देखो कहाँ से पलटा, कल भी ऐसे ही हुआ था। यहाँ तक आया था, उसके बाद अब बहुत सारे लोग अपना बायस बदल देंगे इतनी देर में। मैं भी बदल सकता हूँ, लेकिन मैं तब बदलूंगा जब मेरा ये एसएल हिट होगा। जब मेरा एसएल हिट होगा तभी तो मैं अपने ट्रेड के ऊपर वो बोलूंगा कि हाँ भाई मैं यहाँ पे करेक्ट नहीं हूँ। जब तक मेरा ट्रेड अलाइव है मैं अपनी एनालिसिस को कैसे वो करूँ? This is the reality of how you should analyze. Either you hit a target or you hit a stop loss. That's it. If you follow proper risk management, then even if this will hit the stop loss, you could have actually booked 50% and then got in risk free. But here, since this particular trade is alive, I'm not going to follow the upper direction as of now. Because if I'm into a setup, then I have to wait for it to give me the result. This is what actually I demonstrated yesterday. I was just discussing with you guys, and then yesterday, what I did, In the last moment, I actually, without hitting the SL of the sell side trade, I marked the bullish trade to make you see that this is going to uh, be the scenario. There will be one good setup, but then there will be another good setup forming. But that doesn't mean that you have to change your bias or change your trade, because until unless you are proven wrong, you don't change anything. So if you are proven wrong, that means if your analysis is wrong, if you were going bearish and then market was hitting your stop loss, then it is understandable that okay, yeah, this is the condition. But if you are going bearish and market was actually hitting your stop loss and then going bullish, then you can, after hitting your stop loss, then you can find another setup if it is there. Otherwise, you don't change the setup if you are in the trade. That is what we are saying here. See, market has gone a lot up and then it has made a lot of big wick, because this is in seconds. In some fraction of seconds, a lot of orders were there, pumped, sell side orders that buyers actually bought in the lower area, discounted area, and then they have actually been into the mood of going up. But if all the buyers are done and sellers are more, the price is going to come down. If there are lots of buyers present in any place, then from that place a good buying candles, bearish candles will not be formed there. Bullish candles will be starting to form there. Okay? And in this particular indicator, we already observe that when we have a good trend, like this is a red colored area, that means it's a bearish dominated market. So it's all a bearish dominated market starting from this price, this candle. Okay, so when this candle happened, we have had a particular area which is going to be a resistance area. This particular price was a good resistance area. This particular price. So that is what we have to wait for. We just have to wait for a good setup and then try to implement it. मार्केट बहुत वेट कराता है दोस्तों, बहुत वेट। मस्ती करो, खुश रहो। जब ट्रेड करने बैठो तो मार्केट के अंदर अपनी कौन सी स्ट्रेटजी है, क्या अपनी कंडीशंस है, हर चीज़ का अपने को पता होना चाहिए, तभी अपन को मार्केट में उतरना है। मैं बहुत दिन से सोच रहा था कि एक बाइनरी ऑप्शंस का भी सेशन करूँ क्या लाइव, जिसको लेना हो वो लेगा। पता नहीं, तुम लोग बोलोगे तो मैं उसका भी कुछ करता हूँ, लाइव बाइनरी ऑप्शंस का सेशन। You know, if you are trading on the basis of price action, only price action, then the problems are your mindset can never be stable. You will be taking help of some candlestick patterns together, some trend lines, some boxes, some grand theory, some Fibonacci. You will be taking help of all of these. But still, your result will be not up to the mark because most people combine too many strategies. If you are simple price action trader, then you need to follow only one or two methods, whatever you like and you have practiced a lot. If you are trying to implement most of the methods, most of the scenarios, then they will get you confused. I have shown Fibonacci trading method a lot of times. How to do it, how not to do it, everything I have told. See, this is a full bearish market. In this full bearish market, just I'm talking about that. I have told this in live. What's happened here is you have marked the Fibonacci level and it has, when price would have retraced 50%, you would have taken one trade. That has hit a stop loss. So you have hit another trade of sell side. So you are now in a sell side position and this is what the Fibonacci level that has got the target. So these are the levels. All of them are having a risk to reward of 1 is to 5, 1 is to 6, 1 is to 7, 1 is to 8, 1 is to 9, 1 is to 10. And at any of these, if a person is hitting the target, he is getting 1 is to 5. Because if suppose 50% level you have entered, so you have entered only 10% of risk of this Fibonacci calculation, but your target is 50%. This is the Fibonacci retracement percentages I am talking about. अब 50% पे तुमने एंटर किया, 60% पे तुम्हारा स्टॉप लॉस है, यहाँ जीरो तक आओगे तो टारगेट है। अगर ये ऐसा लगा तो 10% गए। अब 60 पे एंटर करोगे 10% तक का स्टॉप लॉस रख के, लेकिन यहाँ से टारगेट आओगे तो ये 6 का हो गया ना, 1:6 का रिस्क टू रिवॉर्ड। तो कंपनसेट करोगे जब पिछले 10% को, तब भी ओवरऑल 5 आवर का बेनिफिट रहेगा ना। ये है तरीका जो मैंने यहाँ पे बहुत पहले अपने टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे, टेलीग्राम चैनल पे बहुत लोगों को बताया था कि अगर तुम इसलिए कंफर्म लो कि कोई एक सेटअप के अंदर तुमको ट्रेंड के साथ चलना है, तो ऐसी कंडीशन तुम्हारे लिए बन सकती है। ठीक है, अब मान लो ये सेटअप बन गया, बहुत अच्छी बात है, यहाँ से यहाँ तक तुमको आ गया। अब तुम्हारा ये एंड ऊपर का फिक्स है, नीचे का एंड चेंज हो गया, ये वाले लो। अब इस लो के बाद प्राइस ने क्या किया, यहाँ यहाँ पे चल रहा, यहाँ पे प्राइस जब इस पॉइंट तक आई तब उसने रिट्रेस किया 50 का लेवल, 60 का लेवल, 70 का लेवल और 80 को भी टैप कर दिया। तो 80 वाला लेवल जब नीचे आके आएगा तब तुम ऑलरेडी ये 3 एसएल कवर करके फिर से 1:5 पे आ जाओगे। अब ये लेवल भी हो गया। अब इसके बाद कहाँ गया मार्केट, इस पर्टिकुलर लेवल को नीचे। अब क्या हुआ, नाउ ये लेवल कंसिस्टेंट है। ये लो के साथ जब प्राइस गई 50% तक, 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, लास्ट अटेम्प्ट पे वो यहाँ से लेकर टारगेट तक आई, तब भी तो 1:5 तक आ गए। अब एक ही सेटअप पे कितनी बार ट्रेड करेंगे, एक बार 1:5, 1:5 2-3 बार हो गया, बस बंद करो। फिबोनाची को यूज करने के बहुत अच्छे तरीके हैं। अगर कोई इसको, ये वाला तरीका आज तक कहीं किसी ने नहीं देखा है। Nobody on YouTube has ever explained this particular Fibonacci fusion method. Everybody explains a golden rule, golden rule. FCUK, golden rule. You don't need a golden zone setup in Fibonacci. What you need is just a setup in Fibonacci. Whenever you are favoring a trend, you just need to check whether it is actually favored enough. Now, in this particular area, favor happening. when the price was going here, it retraced but did not went to the 50 level, but it hit the 50 level here. As soon as it hit 50 level, it got down exactly. So I would have, if traded with this Fibonacci strategy, would have entered here directly hit a 165 in front of your eyes. I have explained this in various YouTube videos of mine. Strategy number 2 is that pattern. But this is only implemented when you know that this particular trend would follow, would go down with some other strategy supporting to it. Okay. So for today, already we have spent a lot of time from here to here. We did not have a fast move. International market is really at a crisis after Donald Trump. Gold has actually a real value, and that real value is not 4,500. Gold has a real value of, according to me, around 2,500 to 3,500. That is the range of gold, and that should be the range of gold in international market to keep economies healthy. But because Donald Trump or America has to write off their 37 or 36 or 35, whatever it is, trillion loan, they have a debt of $35 trillion and above. How? Because their economy is based on credit cards. People actually are not working uh, nicely, but they spend nicely. They don't earn nicely, but they spend nicely. So they spend first, make their credit score, pay to the bank, take another loan and pay for the first loan, like that kind of scenario. So that increases the debt over that person, and since that is happening, that is why America already has a lot of debt because this whole architecture, this whole economics of credit card will destroy any country's economy. If a country has to prosper, they need to immediately cancel the credit cards and credit loans and this kind of stuff. Loans are only for those people who really need it. But if you are trying to give loans for small things, it's okay. People can pay, then it's okay. But many people will default, then it is not okay. And this increases debt. What is happening is spreading of credit card is making countries' currency weaker. If you ask any economist, they will clearly tell you. Let's see, if you are having money, hard cash and rotation into the market, that keeps the value of that particular money to that value. If you are spending a 100 rupee note, physically, it is a 100 rupee note. But if you are spending online too much, then what's happening? Some country or some banks and everything will show that yeah, these are my daily huge transactions. I can get a loan, I can get this thing, that thing. They will manipulate the interest rate. After that, RBI repo rate will go up or down. This will fluctuate. So on the back end, digitally, the things go in inflation because then the 100 rupee physical note, which was not in the exchange in the market, is actually a digital asset, and then that value of 100 rupee note will degrade to maybe 99.1, 99.5, 99.9. Face value will be 100, but actually spendable value, purchasing power of that 100 rupees will reduce. It will not be able to buy that particular 100 rupee item which was yesterday, I mean, previous year or something. Inflation is another thing. Inflation goes normally, grows by 3 to 5% a year is considered normal. But it is also a part that if you are considering every country should have a 5% or 3% inflation rate, then you are thinking that their currency will degrade as soon as, I mean, in coming time, that currency will degrade. You are actually prophesizing this thing. So this is also a wrong concept. I don't understand this economists. They have done this, but this is all politically designed economics for you guys. You must understand that everything in front of you, banks, loans, interest rates, everything is politics derived by politics. You are trying to make your way in that field in which a huge political intervention is there. So it's very hard for you guys. Not only you, me, everybody, Taylor, because we are trying to fight our way in that direction, which is already coming down. If you are having a lot of water flowing from a mountain and somebody told you have to go up the mountain, then you will find a spot where you can have clear without water steps to make your foot stably placed and then try to move up. You will never find find that place is another aspect, but you will be never selecting intentionally that point where water is flowing down and you are placing your foot there. Because if you slip, you are going to come down. By default, it is designed to come down, and you are trying to make your way up from there. It takes a hell lot of courage there. I don't know if you understand my analogy or not, but this analogy is actually to keep your mind stable, whatever you trade. If you are in a balanced condition, like you take a trade, you sit down, you don't panic if it is going south, you don't be too much happy and dance when it hits a target. That is what a balanced mindset is there. I talk about mind, body, and market. Why? Because mind is very essential to control, and this is the only thing which is never in anybody's control. Mind. In India, what we call it, man. मन मन का मतलब माइंड होता है, मन का मतलब हार्ट नहीं होता है, ठीक है। तो ये जो दिल जले और ये आशिक वाले लोग हैं ना, इनको समझा होता है मन बड़ा चंचल है। मन बड़ा चंचल है मतलब हार्ट चंचल नहीं है, दिमाग बड़ा चंचल है, विचार बड़े चंचल है। विचार यहाँ से वहाँ भगते हैं, सोच यहाँ से वहाँ भगती है, ये होता है उसका मतलब। तो अपनी सोच को सही रखना, अपने सोच को फोर्सफुली सही रखना एक बहुत बड़ी आर्ट है। इफ यू आर गोइंग टू ट्रांसफॉर्म योर सेल्फ, start with training your mind. You will find a lot of good YouTube videos and some book summaries that will go in your favor. So I would lastly tell you that every time I'm sharing a book here, audio book, I'm not affiliating or took a partnership with those YouTubers. I'm just telling you that this particular book is a good content. It doesn't matter if you listen to my provided link or not in the YouTube, but you can search over it, understand it, but stop seeing any more Instagram and YouTube shorts. If you want to see a video, watch the full video of half an hour, 1 hour, whatever the duration is. But don't watch this 1 minute and 3 minute shorts. It's a complete waste of time. No trader in the world has time to waste. When they are trading, they are trading. When they are not trading, they are preparing for the trading or they are doing some rest or enjoying the time with their family and friends. That's it. Period. You don't have enough time in this world. Everybody is born, everybody is having a limited time when they are going down. So the only thing which is certain with you is time. Everyone has a limited time. Those who are born have to die. In between, that is the allowed time you are there in this world. सबको लगता है कि काश हम टाइम में पहले जाते हैं तो हम ये डिसीजन लेते, हम वो डिसीजन लेते हैं। ये कोई नहीं कह सकता कि मैंने सही डिसीजन लिया था पास्ट में या नहीं लिया। मैं कह रहा हूँ कि आप ओन करो उस डिसीजन को जो आपने पास्ट में लिया था। You need to own that decision, whatever you have taken in the past. If you are owning that decision, then you are actually not regretting of what you have done. That is what is creating a balanced mindset in the eyes of people. I hope you would understand this. So you don't actually go by what feel. You actually go by what you are actually trying to train your mind to look. If you are doing like that, then you will go in the desired direction. Because mind by default is actually creating confusion, because the way you have schooling, the way you have education and all these things, this is not designed to make you sustain in this world. Education is designed to make you ready to do a job. If you really do educate yourself well, then. But it doesn't mean that you don't need a job. Everybody needs a job. But you need to make yourself worthy of that job also. I would not have employed anyone if I don't find them worthy. अगर मुझे किसी को नौकरी पे रखना होगा तो तुम खुद सोचो, तुम अगर किसी बिजनेस के ओनर हो तो तुम उसी को नौकरी पे रखोगे ना जो तुम्हारे काम का होगा। किसी ऐसे को तो नहीं रख लोगे जो काम का है नहीं और सैलरी उसको देते जाओगे। कोई नहीं रखेगा, तुम खुद नहीं रखोगे। तो अपने आप को यूजफुल बनाने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? कुछ ना कुछ स्किल होना चाहिए। यू मस्ट हैव अ स्किल ऑफ दैट यू कैन मेक योर अर्निंग, whether it is trading, teaching, any occupation, anything. If you are not having some skills to trade, then you can understand that this particular chart reading and stuff is not that easy. You need to read some books, you need to understand how the chart works, but you don't need to blindly follow anyone. Everybody has a different aspect to see the market, and they figure out a way for themselves by their own style. This is what I teach to people. That you don't need to follow any other person's way, but you need to understand how it is done. Go with that way. That's it. Now, clearly the price is coming into a consolidation, but still it is maintaining a small bearish trend. So that is why it is going down, going up, going down, going up. Now it has actually swept the previous low, created a new low. So there is a retracement because many of the downside traders are actually booking that profit. Once they will book some, then again there will be a downside move. So we need to just wait for the market to respond and come to our direction. If it is completely changing the direction, then we will be seeing to change our direction according to our strategy. That's it. But we still have got 80 pips, maybe 70 pips in our direction. That's a good way. Initially, only we got that. So if somebody is having a good risk to reward ratio, he can figure out a way to get that 40, 50 or 80 pips. I will be closing this live in 4 minutes or 5 minutes or something. Because I don't have all day to sit here and tell you guys this is the setup. I have some other work also, so I will be just going through that. But just telling you that this is the live in which I am telling you how to make your mindset healthy. Because if your mind is going to be healthy, it has to need the support of your body to be healthy. If you are having a lot of issues with your body, you are having issues with health like some body pain or stomach related pain or any kind of issues, because all the issues start with the digestion. So any issue if you are facing in your body will be impacting your mind, and both of them will combinedly impact your markets analysis. So you need to work on everything. Mind is as important as body. If you feed the body, then only your mind will get to good. आपका दिमाग तभी अच्छा होगा जब आप अपने शरीर को अच्छा खिलाओगे। अच्छा खिलाओगे का मतलब ये नहीं कि चलो आज बर्गर खाएंगे, चलो आज पिज्जा खाएंगे, चलो आज हर बार खाएंगे, चलो आज कुछ और खाएंगे। Everything this kind of fast food is not good. Everything expensive is not good. All the cheap things, not all the cheap things, all the cheap things which are not commercialized can be good. Like rice, wheat, maize, all of these things are very bad, very, very, very bad. Because the grains you are seeing today, the rice, the wheat, the maize, and any other thing, fruits, are actually genetically modified seeds. In past 50, 60 years, just to increase the production, all of the seeds are modified to increase the production, to prevent the crops to be hit by the uh, pesticides, I mean pests and these insects. So if you have modified the genes in that way, that no insect is wanting to eat that plant, how are you supposed to eat that fruit? That is why everybody in this world is having a need of medical insurance and they are getting easily bad health because they are eating that part of the grain which is actually genetically modified in the world in past 40, 50 years. All of those capitalists who have done this are to blame. They have done so much bad for the earth, so much bad for the humanity. That in an objective of making money, they have introduced the poison into the society and capitalized from it. Those people who are owning pesticide company are actually holding shares and holding their uh, ownership in medical firms also, medicines also. If you don't believe me, search on it. We are in trading field, we need to read everything. Who are the owners, what they do, where are the investors, what kind of investors are there, or who is the chain of companies leader. Well, everything of these kind of concerns needs to be known to a person who is actually in this trading field, not just candlestick. I just know this candlestick, I will trade here. No, सब लोग देखते हैं कैंडल स्टिक कहाँ है, सबको पता है कौन सी कैंडल स्टिक किस चीज़ की है, सबको पता है कि कौन सी बियरिश है कौन सी बुलिश है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मार्केट कहीं नहीं जाएगा। हर बार कोई कैंडल स्टिक का पैटर्न काम नहीं करता। देयर इज नो पैटर्न इन विच यू आर गेटिंग अ एक्यूरेसी, a higher accuracy. This is engulfing pattern. You will see price move down. Okay, but there are various engulfing patterns in which price has moved up. What about those? Because if you are trying to look only that engulfing in which price has moved into that direction, then it's good. But if the price has moved opposite, then you are actually training your eyes to not to identify that pattern, which is bad. So I will leave this live here. Let's wait for this trade to go as per the direction. If it is coming down, we will hit. Otherwise, let's see. I will be pointing out some things in the Telegram channel, Telegram group. You can talk there. Okay. Take care, guys. I will just see what is happening here. Because in YouTube Live, the problem is in my software, I'm not seeing a lot of things happening. Hmm. Okay.